taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
So yeah, so obviously we had Top Rank with their doubleheader, and the both of them were I won't say they're controversial, but but they both had like one was anticlimactic, and the other one was it was written pretty much. Yeah. But the anticlimactic part obviously with Robeisy-Ramirez and Rafael Espinoza. Funny thing is too, and I know LB had me dying for him describing this shit because this nigga, Robeisy was talking about was making faces and grinning and shit like the Cheshire Cat, and it was over there like motherfucker thought he was really slick out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who he thought he was imitating. He should have channeled fucking Joel Casamayor spirit or some shit like that. He should
because he was winning. Like that's the thing. Like all this grinning shit. Like if you don't fight behind the shoulder or at a certain angle, like I don't know. I just don't think he wasn't making this nigga miss enough to be grinning and feeling himself.
Right.
Like it's one thing if like you start off from the gate and you got this nigga swinging for the fences, like you would think this shit was Vitaly Klitschko versus Chris Bird the way he was smiling and grinning so early. Like
I mean,
because Espinoza eventually got his range. It just he had to kind of work for it because Robeisy was low. Mm-hmm. He had a good strategy because tall niggas ain't trying to fall forward to throw the punches.
Yeah, and overreach and get countered. And Robeisy was trying to counter him with the uppercut constantly because he kept on doing that, crouching shit, crouching tiger, hidden uppercut shit. He wanted to do.
And it was working too, but it's like I could tell it was expending energy because he had to kind of move with it. So I'm just like, bro, you should really kind of just
chop the body.
That's what like hit the body and pivot and kind of like
the first two rounds were clearly Robeisy, and then something changed. I don't know what it was, but Espinoza just started walking him down. It was kind of
because Espinoza is stubborn. Like he wasn't really landing clean like that throughout the fight. He landed some shots, but it was just one of those like that Devin Alexander like.
Well, he started like I feel like the first time he started
trying hard.
He was trying to and I applaud the tall fighters actually using their jab, but he was trying to like use his jab. He was trying to use his range a little bit, and it wasn't working. So he went to traditional Mexican style, and he was a little dirty. People talk about the elbow. I don't know, but Robeisy quit to me. I don't know.
He did quit.
But the thing though, I mean, because when you find a small fighter who's crouching and shit like that, you don't got time to throw out a jab. You got to go forward on him. You got to put pressure on them. Like
exactly. And he was still throwing the jab when he was moving forward. It was just one of those. I'm not doubling it. I'm jabbing, stepping forward, close distance, and then shoot right hand down the middle, and then the Fundora fuckery of elbow, uppercuts, and hooks on the inside.
Yeah, and then of course though, I mean, Robeisy. I'd say this though, if his corner pulled him out, it would have saved him face though. But yeah, like the optics, because Espinoza landed a right hand right on the eye, it was flush, and then Robeisy kind of turned away. And
look, this was a damn avoidable right hand too.
Yeah,
this wasn't no laser. Like it was literally like, all right. He timed him, but it wasn't no fucking right hand he couldn't get away from. He literally just threw a regular ass right hand. Just all right.
I think it's more so cumulative. Like his eye was kind of fucked up. So, but I'm just saying it probably
from the elbow. But yeah, no.
I never saw a fucking elbow land clean. I saw a part of a forearm.
He did land. Espinoza did land an elbow and a forearm on. He did.
Hold on. Is the forearm and the elbow two separate times? Or was this the same forearm?
No, they were different times. One was a clear elbow, and the other one was a goddamn forearm.
I swear, you had to send me a clip.
No, I mean, like literally, it popped up a lot on Twitter when it happened. People like people that are trying to cope were talking about it. I get it, I guess, but it's a fight. It's gonna be a little dirty sometimes. Whatever. It's a fight.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, you're like what 5'6" fighting nigga like 6'2" or something.
Paul's like his limbs and shit. The way he punches, it's like it might get his arm might hit you a little bit. He's a long motherfucker, Paul. I'm just saying, like.
But see, this the thing. This look, Robeisy knows better, bro. Like 2 gold medals. At some point, you have to figure it out yourself. Like when you fighting a tall nigga like that with those lanky arms and shit, long reach. Normally, boxers they want to be on the inside and they want to be forward with their head. Mm-hmm. That's cool if the nigga is not Holyfield or he's your size or height, or you're the bigger person. You can't really do that against someone who's infinitely taller than you, because even when you're in transition to even move forward, you're at their forearms. So you can't even trust. So it's like, first of all, like certain defensive shit you can't get away with in certain circumstances, and not having your hands up or not having your shoulder forward on the inside, you're not giving yourself any space for contact, and you fuck up that way, man. You just inviting problems. You can't.
I always thought
lean forward into that shit.
I know Robeisy got the gold medal and he did end up getting a title, but I always felt like he was not a little overrated. But I never really fully saw it with him, you know, like what people saw, because people try to hype him up a lot, and he's a good fighter for sure.
I mean, when he had that little KO streak, like
he built himself up after his first L and everything. But I was joking about the Cuban dogbo stuff about being like a gatekeeper, but now it's like, can you even come back? Can you even come back from that shit? Like, can you even become a gatekeeper after that?
I think Espinoza might just be the wrong style for this dude.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's just like Navarrete was the wrong style for Dog Bay. You know, it's just
yeah.
Them tall niggas be the wrong style for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I
mean,
it's like you can't say like Robeisy was in the fight. He was winning this shit. It just it comes down to strategy and certain technical things. Like because he was already low. So why not be behind your shoulder in those situations when you get close? But to square up with a nigga who's that much taller than you, where you got forearms and elbows to navigate with, it's bad. It's just bad leverage on the inside to fight that with.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even nitpicking. It's just you're allowing yourself. Like me, I don't like motherfuckers headbutting me. Mm-hmm. So I don't try to fight or maneuver in a way where a headbutt could happen. Like a motherfucker would have to literally do some Katie Taylor shit to headbutt me in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get no sneaky shit. You got Floyd keep that forearm, Casemiro keep that forearm. Yes, nigga, forearm to the neck. Get the fuck off of me, bitch. Like, you gotta do certain things, because some niggas will use certain physical advantages on you, and they not even conscious they doing that shit.
It's just second nature. The reference.
It's second nature. Like, he's a tall motherfucker. Like, you know that nigga who grabbed the rebound and he just tall. He grabbed the rebound. Then there's some niggas who they gotta do that Barkley shit where they fling their elbows and shit, that prison style shit. until you land the elbow on that nigga next time. Like that shit, like, they don't know they doing it until you fucking check them on it. Mm-hmm. And if you ain't gonna check them on it, you still clear that motherfucker. Robeisy-Ramirez, still clear of that motherfucker. Like, you grinning and hee-hawing and smiling and shit. And you got hit, your shit got cracked with a punch you could avoid it. Yeah. That's what make it worse. Like, yeah, whoever said that they the corner shouldn't have let him come out, but then he caught that extra punch.
Mm-hmm.
That last punch did it, bro. That's why whatever elbow, all that shit, nigga, like, nah. Like, it's a fight, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too, because now, so basically, because I mean, obviously, we see what happened when Vitaly quit against Burr. You know, like he got
in the fight, he was winning.
Yeah, winning soundly. He could have easily beat him with one arm. You know, by that point, but you know, it took Vitaly. It took like at least 3 years to get, you know, to have people like, you know, to get him back, like, you know, that he's not a quitter.
But nobody wants to fucking fight when they're at a disadvantage and the other opponent is coming on. Pause. Because even Chris Bird ain't no puncher like that, or I can't even say like that.
What could it was round 5, right? When Robeisy got quit, it was round 5. Yeah, because after the first 2 rounds, you could just tell that pressure was relentless, and Robeisy didn't have an answer because he was looking real good for a hot second, and just like, but you could tell that was going to be the writing on the wall. But it's just a terrible. It was basically a no moss. I mean, that's what it was. In a sense, it was probably And
this is the thing, we didn't even know so sure because it's not like you could tell the fight was swinging to Espinoza, but it didn't swing there all the fucking way yet.
Mm-hmm. No, Robeisy was still landing some. He's still landing in between. But
you could still say like the gap was closing. But Espinoza wasn't there yet, so that's why I just kind of make it like, damn, bro, like you kind of had this. Even if this nigga was gonna get better or improve, you kind of had him up, But nobody wants to have a broken orbital. Then you got the damn a tree following you around, throwing punches and shit.
Yeah,
just like, and even Vitali as Vitali was the tree getting hit. Nobody wants to. Nobody in Vitali's case. No tree wants a nigga with a dull axe continuously chopping and hitting at this.
You talking about the Lance fight, Lewis?
Nah, Bird.
Oh, Bird. Okay.
So remember that shit went 9 rounds.
Yeah.
But if you scored a fight, you could give Bird maybe 2 or 3 rounds. But you got to look at it like that's 3 rounds to 5, whatever. But then. Can this nigga Vitali realistically close out 10, 11, 12? Because I'm Pat. It was 9 rounds took place or 8.
It was 9.
Okay, so 6 rounds or 3. Like, because Vitali was up, you could only give Bird like maybe 3 rounds at best. But now you got to look at it like, God damn, I got this nigga who knows I'm hurt, and he just had a big round in round 9. Can I take 3 more rounds of this? So that's the question these niggas gotta ask, and apparently the answer is no. And I feel like as Robeisy was in a worse spot, like Vitali. But you don't want no motherfucker like Espinoza throwing bombs on you, and you ain't moving right, and you got a broken orbital. Nah.
In your eyes, yeah, you can tell your eyes fucked. That's probably your first time you ever hurt your eye like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to shoot no bell. He quit. I get it.
Yeah, he quits a quit. Like, even with Sonny Edwards, he quit. Like, because it was fucking Lukey had a podcast yesterday, and they mentioned it. I said something about damn Sonny quit, and I think the co-host was on some. That's different. I'm like, man, he quit in the damn gym.
Even if it's different, the optics are still pretty bad.
Yeah, and
exactly. That's King P got it. Yeah.
Oh, you meant Sonny? I thought you meant the Sonny because Sonny did quit.
For both of them, for both Sonny and Robeisy, the optics were just bad. Just the
real quick. I thought you meant the Sonny Bam fight, because in the Bam fight,
no,
I get now. Beaten down.
I get now. But I'm saying, I want to say, like, so if you see him and Andrade, right? Him and Andrade both whispered in the corner before they quit, against Benavidez. I don't, just call it quits. Is that the same thing, or is that's just the optics? Because that's what happened in both those fights. The Sonny Bam.
It's one thing if a nigga it's one thing if somebody's beating the shit out of you, and you've shown to yourself, your corner, and the world that, hey, you can't turn this around. He got you, and he's either gonna beat the shit out of you some more and you take it, or he's gonna knock you clean the fuck out, or the ref is gonna stop it. So you're looking at it like, well, shit, he's already beating the shit out of me. I can't really turn it around. Hey, fuck it. Like, it's quitting in a way, but it's more like resigning the fate.
Right.
And that's in the corner. Like, remember, you're sitting down, bro. Like, we all boxed before. You sparred and you sat in the corner before taking your minute break, and all those thoughts just come into you. You're like, man, this nigga's like 6'5", and that jab is pumping. Like you know what you're capable of. So yeah, like that's a little different from you're training for 3 fucking months and you got $1 million payday and you hire another bullshit trainer off the street because you don't want to pay him 10% of $1 million or whatever, and you just going through the motions of your training camp, knowing you're gonna quit when it gets rough in your fight. That's and the optic is horrible. Just like you're winning a fight to the point you're cocky and you're grinning and smiling and cheesing, and a nigga finally just stubborn enough where he's like, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna give up. I'm gonna just keep at it," and he starts getting to you. And then it gets rough. You take a little minor foul, whatever. You still smiling. You ain't taking this nigga serious. And then he pop you. And then he break your shit. And then you quit. All that's bad, yo. Like, that's way worse than a nigga already beating the shit out of you. And you facing the inevitable. And you're just saying, fuck it. Nigga ain't gonna knock me out. I quit. I mean, yeah, nigga, we already know you lost. But these niggas been winning. That's worse when you winning, bro. Or the fight's competitive.
Yeah, and it's fortunate. Now it's going to be like, because I know Robeisy. Because I mean, obviously, we mentioned. What did you want to say, P?
No, I'm just gonna say it's hard to come back from, bro. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the optics are like that. Like Andre could come back.
Yeah, Andre
he'll be as bad. Like he'll be cool, but Robeisy, that's a hard one to come back from.
Yeah. I mean, because, I was real young hearing about Duran. I had to, read about Duran to know how great he was. All I knew was No Mas. Unfortunately, all I knew when I was really young was, the No Mas. I didn't know how great Duran was.
That's life, bro. We celebrate the negativity. We market that more than the positive. Even though it could be one negative moment, and Duran has, 1,000 positive moments, we focus on that negativity. Remember, fucking the Iron Barkley fight was after that.
Yeah. I remember much after that. That was his second.
Exactly.
Much after that. That was way after.
But niggas barely talk about that shit.
Yeah, nobody talks about that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, or the fact that he almost beat Hagler. So it's like, it's
yeah.
Yeah, he went 15. Was a total of 15. He went to distance with Hagler.
He took
15. Yeah, that's wild, dog. That's crazy.
Bills pay the bills, though.
Yeah, but it's because now we're basically now to come back. I mean, honestly, we always something with Cuban fighters, they come to America and eventually the American way of life gets to them, and they lose their edge or whatever. For some reason, I can see that happening to Robeisy now. I mean, depending on the orbital, does he want to continue? Does he want
to continue? Yeah, because the first fight was an L. He's probably caught up in the lifestyle, right? Now it's like. I already won, but now I got stopped. It's gonna be tough, man. To get.
I mean, how old is this dude?
Yeah, that's I think he's 32, but he's cute. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, it might be 30, 36 then.
It's showing he's actually only 30. He turns 31. And he turns 31 5 days before Christmas, December 20th.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He's 30. Which means he might be 34, 35.
He's probably 33 then.
Like, he be turning 35. Okay, I mean, he still look young and healthy. I don't know. He got a career still. Yeah, I mean, Lara. Lara never got stopped, but I mean, Cubans, they're crafty. They could last long pause. Lara never fought no Golovkin or no big ass puncher at 160 either.
Yeah.
Him and Lara's a whole outlier. I think Robeisy and Andy Cruz are close in age. I think they're only a year apart.
That's wild.
Damn.
Hey, I mean, that's what happens when you spend, when you're in Cuba and you have 200, 300 amateur fights and shit like that,
You basically don't have full rights. You don't have full human rights to leave and shit. Sorry.
All you can do is box. These niggas have 600 fucking amateur fights and shit.
And then, and that's why, of course, when they have to be expedited when they become pros, because there's only so long you can have before there's I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to become champion. And you get your Jan Barthelomew's in there, so it's you got to, they have to be moved quick. But I mean, we'll see what Robeisy can do. And Espinoza though is going to be a problem for as long as he can make that fucking weight.
I should have made a pause about if you want to see him versus Navarrete or Foster, because I want to see him versus Navarrete a lot. And I think he would be a one.
I ain't gonna lie. I still want to see him against Nick Ball because the optics of
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Fighting a 5'2" guy.
Probably he can make 126. I feel like he can make 126. Like I feel like he wouldn't be at 126 long enough for Inoue to move up. So I don't know if he'll probably want to move up. He's because he is 6'2" or something. I know he's a small frame, but
crazy fight. Like you see that like and all the boxing media people when y'all start talking about like potential big fights in the future for Inoue, these are the fights we're talking about. Like fights that are like okay, like. But when you start mentioning Tank and Terrence Crawford and all these other niggas that y'all be, man.
Tank's the only one. Tank's the only one. It's always Tank versus Inoue.
But still, bro, like Tank has enough work at 135 and 140. Like, you don't need to get to where we like even mentioning Tank. Just like you skipping all the potential before you even get to 135 to get the Tank.
People got mad about Tank and Jake Paul because Tank fake, he trolled fake called out Jake Paul. So now like, he wants to get a big money there instead of handling business on 135.
That should have never happened because, like, I don't think somebody like Tank will sign up for a fake fight like that where he can't knock dude out.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, you know how it's.
Because he would knock like there's so many niggas that would knock the fuck out of Jake Paul, bro. Like it's something. They have contracts or some shit set up where motherfuckers can't hurt them or something.
Yeah, I feel like he paid for some dives, whatever though. It's whatever. It's not really.
If not something like I wouldn't say dives. It just paid to hold your punches. Because there was times Mike Tyson could have hit him, and Mike Tyson was on some like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. It was so obvious. It was obvious.
It was looking obvious, like damn, like bro, like. It just Jake did the whole back foot boxing shit to kind of help that impression because it's like this will make Mike look even older. When in reality, we know there was several times where he did close the difference and he was right there, and it was just
like could have landed some heat, some uppercut heat or something.
Yeah.
The fuck, man. Yeah, come on.
So yeah, like I know a good acting job. We seen enough boxing films, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Good fight with Espinoza-Ramirez. Ramirez was about to have a good year if he'd have won this shit, but we'll see about next year.
Yeah, we'll see. Espinoza, though, I mean, like I said, there's plenty of fights for him at 126 and 130. Just because we have to see where Top Rank is going to take him. What direction Top Rank is going to take him in. Eventually.
Hold on, wait. You think he could beat Brandon Figueroa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That'd be a fucking war.
Yeah, that'd be a war. Yes.
That'd be a fucking war. Yeah, that'd be fine.
A great fucking fight to watch.
Yeah, because Figueroa, for all of his gifts, because all the Figueroa's kind of blessed with these insane chins and power. The boxing is where I raise my eyebrow at Figueroa, whereas like.
No, but I feel like there's
more defense than anything, but the relentless for making a good fight.
No, but the relentless pressure is like I learned how to like it. I learned how. I wasn't a fan of it at first, but it's a method to it. He does his thing.
You mean the no defense thing where he gets beat on?
Yeah, no defense. But I mean, he hasn't been knocked out or knocked down, so he's doing
the fact you a Tim Tszyu fan and you're saying this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, because he was able to figure. I mean, I've never forgotten that Julio Ceja fight because Ceja was beating the shit out of him at times, and he should have lost that fight too. But if Ceja wasn't 4.5 pounds over the limit, so
was that a draw? Was that the one he draw?
It was a draw, yeah. But Ceja,
and then the one fight, I think it was Israel Vasquez's nephew or somebody was beating.
Even Neri was working him until obviously he got stopped to the body. I think, right? Yeah.
So yeah, it's just So I mean, Espinoza. I think it would be a war, but I think Espinoza would be putting all types of hands on Figueroa, like serious hands.
Who got a better chance, Espinoza or Robeisy against Figueroa?
Wait. Espinoza or Robeisy over
Espinoza.
Yeah, Espinoza.
Oh, okay, yeah. Word. What about Fulton? You think they could beat Fulton?
I don't know. I think Figgy's something Fulton. So I don't know.
I mean, Fulton's not.
I'm still not so sure about that.
Yeah, Fulton is not showing any. He's not as focused.
Figgy kind of needs to move up. He's kind of low key, a little drained in his past couple fights.
I mean,
Figgy hasn't looked that great either.
I mean,
he hasn't looked as bad as Fulton did in his last fight.
Yeah,
so it's kind of leveling off some.
Fulton has a chance to win again, even though the first one was kind of some bullshit.
I mean, Figgy already moved up to 126. He was at 122 for a minute, so it was like...
Yeah, well, it looks like he needs to move up to 130. I think him and Espinoza needs to move up to 132 soon, so...
Yeah, I mean...
You see that picture? Espinoza look bigger than Navarrete. That's this year's Brian Castellano and Virgil Ortiz picture.
Well, Top Rank salivating at making Navarrete versus... Espinoza, but obviously I think they want to get the unification with Shaq first, and I don't know if transition to it.
I don't mind either fight. Either fight could be a fight of the year, actually.
But speaking of that, a good segue into Navarrete and Oscar Valdez, though. And then I mean, after the disappointment of the Baranchek fight, where he looked mid as all hell, and and some people like he might have lost it, or he might have won it, or it was a draw, whatever. But either way, he just didn't look good overall. And
that's coming off of two bad performances, because that Conceição performance was not worth writing home about either for him.
Yeah,
he was looking mid for a lot, multiple times. Liam Wilson dropped him bad. With the Baez or Villa, one of those with the Baez or Villa was boxing.
And honestly, he didn't look all that great in the first Valdez fight. If we're being honest, like he hasn't looked like. They've been a lot of B- performances from Navarrete,
and that's why I picked Valdez, and I'll eat crow. That's why I picked Valdez, because I thought, but yeah, Valdez.
You made some good points. Like this was a hard one. Like
ever since the fucking, I don't think Navarrete has looked like Navarrete since the fucking
Joey Gonzalez.
Joey
Gonzalez.
Joey.
Not a Villa. He was getting boxed up.
Was that after the Chris Pearson or the Chris Diaz fight? I mean,
yes.
Okay, the Joey Gonzalez fight. Yeah. Like other than that, you would see little flashes here and there, but not a consistent. Because even against the Canseco, he looked mid in that. Canseco,
bro.
Canseco. Just call him Robson.
God damn. Motherfucker, you robbing niggas at a damn championship. What the fuck? I gotta say your name right, nigga.
I mean, he did drop him twice, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like that's
what I'm saying. Like Robson, like he had little. I thought he beat Robson clear, but I can see the argument for a draw or whatever.
I think Diaz was on that.
No, because the Diaz fight was right before the go. He fought Ruben Villa, then Christopher Diaz, then Joet Gonzalez.
Oh, then Joet. Okay,
see, that was a good fucking stretch.
And hold on, Pete. Joet hasn't fought since. I feel like he should be Shuju's next opponent, but Joet hasn't really. I feel like Joet hasn't fought sin't that.
Oh, he did.
He's fought like 5 times. He fought Dog Bay. He fought Venado. That's the last time he fought against Lopez.
Okay, because that's what I'm saying. He's been out the ring for a minute. Joet.
Yeah, but
that damn fight took so much out of him. Like he never kind of didn't Navarrete break his face?
Yeah, he got fucked up. Nobody fucked up Joet. Joet's a tough ass racist. Nobody fucked up Joet the way Nav did. So
that's now you can say that for Valdez. Like, because I ain't gonna lie. Like this is getting kind of like how like the whole Floyd Pacquiao niggas looking at the 2 biggest wins and. They started saying, "Oh, this Navarrete beating him up worse than Shakur Stevenson did."
Shakur's best win. They say it's his best win.
I mean, it is. But
Valdez tough. Valdez tough. Valdez I was fucked up too. Both fights. Valdez is tough, but he's gonna have it. He's gonna have it for
Well, it's only so many. It's only so many tough fights you can have, and Valdez has had way too many tough fights. Like I mean,
tougher fights than he should have with certain people.
Yeah, shout out to Adam Lopez. We interviewed him. Shout out to him. But yeah, there's been 2
tough ass fights with Adam Lopez.
Yeah, I mean, and then before that, I mean, dude had a whole war of Scott Quigg. I mean, that fight would have probably ended a lot of other careers. Like I mean, ended Quigg's career. That's for damn sure.
His jaw broke, right? Then he fought with jaw broke for 2 rounds.
Yeah, he got his jaw broken. Like I had like 2 places. Like it was he got fucked up, and it's like so many of these hard fights that he was getting into is just like.
Yeah, it's clear it's starting to wear him down. And Valdez, yeah, like P said in the chat, like dude was cooked. You could tell in the first round he was cooked. Like Valdez was just like Valdez. If he tried to do something, he was throwing everything into his shots, but it was just like it was nothing. Like he was.
No, he got the heart because there was like right before he got stopped. He tried to throw, man. Like he tried to throw, but you just knew
his punch resistance is completely in the gutter. That shit is in the shitter.
And also,
honestly, I think it's a little of both. Like I think his punch resistance went down a little, but then again, this is the first time Navarrete fought with any type of passion or like he gave a damn. Like this wasn't the B-, B+ Navarrete where it's like, this was what we thought why he was entering pound discussion. Like this is why that's it. Like this is the Navarrete who I was like, hey, this nigga top 10 pound for pound. Like he top 14, he's something like, bro. Like this is the Navarrete I want to see back again and fight and all that shit. Like this is the one that's like, damn, like one of the best Mexican fighters right now. Like
see, this is the reason why I said. With the argument with the whole Tank and Roach thing, like if Navarrete went up to fade Tank, I'm like, hey, that's the fighter because that's powerful.
Yeah, that's a good fucking bro. Battle for the uppercut.
Yeah,
like why the fuck, that needs a Twitter poll, bro.
No, we know how it goes now. Ever since the Brain Chick fight, I can't jiggy with that now. At 135, I don't know.
I mean,
nah. See, look, because Navarrete kept looking mid is one thing. Off a performance like this, you could talk 135 to me because I think it's more. And remember the surgery
He had surgery, yeah.
Because he was throwing that motherfucker like that nigga was throwing uppercuts and hooks, like God gave him a new arm or something.
Yeah, exactly.
He was the
I feel like him and Zepeda, I feel like both, Mexican styles, him and William Zepeda would be great fights for Tank stylistically until the inevitable.
I think Navarrete would be a harder fight for Tank than Zepeda. And the reason why I say this, Navarrete's style is just, it's too balanced. And when I say that, it's like balanced in the sense where Navarrete cares about defense. He does.
He's versatile. He's a versatile fighter, right?
Yeah, he's versatile. Yeah, like Zepeda's gonna give you one dimension, and it's gonna be that one dimension is gonna be 110. Well, Navarrete could box. He could jab. He could uppercut, left hook.
He can pivot. His footwork is
He has the footwork. He does move his upper body, his head, so he'll make you whiff some shots. Like Tank can't really fight nobody like a Navarrete. Like nobody fights like Navarrete. If you want to be real, like just thinking about it.
I mean, all I know is I think about the uppercut he landed on Valdez that had Valdez's mouthpiece like going into the fucking second row.
That was crazy. And the fucking Chris Diaz uppercut where he did that shit from like half the other side of the ring and knocked that motherfucker into the ropes or some shit. Like that nigga screw up like that shit. Like goddamn. Like if you don't put this motherfucker in a boxing game, I don't know what y'all doing.
Yeah, but Navarrete, that like vengeance. I mean, that was an A version. He stopped Valdez who had never been stopped before. He knocked the shit out of him. Like he knocked him out 3 times.
He dropped down 3 times, right? Yeah, the first round
combination.
When that first round, the first one was like he was trying to argue the back of the head. I was like, no, he hit you right on the side of your head.
That was clean, bro. Like you get the fuck out of here. He beat this nigga so bad, like he had this nigga. Dude injured his ankle or some shit.
Yeah.
Like like the fist of the North Star shit. When you hit the nigga, and it's like damn, like he hit my temple, but my pinky toe exploded. Shit.
Yeah, but that finishing body shot though, that was an audible body shot. Like
that shit looked like the fucking hurt.
Yeah, I was like, I was expecting Valdez to get up though, but I was like, yeah, because that's the type of fighter he was. But yeah, no, I think Valdez realized, that shit was a wrap. Like he
might have got up if that was the first or second knockdown, but But the beating that it already accumulated by then was like, nah, bro. So if y'all niggas, Valdez quit, shut the fuck up if you on that time, because niggas gotta understand, quitting and getting the fight beaten out of you is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, getting the fight beat out of you, yeah, you could still probably get up, but you could see it where it's like, okay, he turned this nigga to like a zombie, like he just know he's done, bro. Like,
I think there's a bit of a gray area in between. Like, I get what you're saying though, where it's like,
yeah, I mean, it's still case by case. There is a gray area. You're right, but for the most part, you can kind of see like okay, Pacquiao Morales 3. Morales got the fight beat out of him.
Mm-hmm.
You could argue that, yeah, he looked like he could get up, as opposed to Victor Ortiz and Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
That's one of those, he kind of quit. Like, he could have got up, but the fight wasn't beaten out of him. Floyd didn't beat the fight out that nigga. He was on some, you don't respect me here, take this bow. Thinking like, okay, now we have a fight, and it's like, no, the fight's over. But yeah, there's a gray area. I ain't gonna lie, like we could go all night with this shit, because I know King P could probably be like, how about the third, this such and such fight?
But honestly, those are the type of fights that we needed, because they did low key kind of save the boxing night.
It was a great boxing. It was like the last good. This is honestly the last great weekend of boxing we got this year for sure.
Yeah.
And it's been the best weekend of boxing. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't the greatest week. I mean, it was a great week. I'm just saying, like, we haven't had three really, potentially great fights in a weekend in a minute on different cards and shit. So.
Yeah, it's been a while actually.
Yeah.